Hello, 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 hello. Um, hey guys, what is up? Today we're gonna carry on with the. Give me one sec. Just setting things up. I don't know. Need to make sure I can hear myself properly. It also says chat is disabled for this live stream, which has happened before, but I'm not sure why. I think it's because maybe because I put made for kids. Right, yeah, okay. Don't put made for kids or streams. Don't do that. Um, It seems like that causes issues. And also, I will be putting on no copyrighted, yeah, no copyrighted stuff. Because last one just got really copyrighted. Um, I just don't think you can hear that. Is it still disabled? That's enabled. Okay, let's move so slightly higher. It's a bit weird to have it there though, right? So what is this meant to be? Oh, that's good. I think what we do is maybe we do something like this. Yeah, so this one's show terminal. It's not the greatest, but like I I just found it really hard, and I want you guys to have the full thing. Um, yeah. Also gonna do them in 920 now, not in whatever my window is at, because we'll probably look better on TV if you're watching this on TV at some point, which is probably just me at that point. But yeah, give me 1 second as I set more stuff up. But thank you. Let's see it. There we go. Okay, so cool. I think this is the better conditions than we were the first time around. Every time we do it better, we learn from it, we do more. And well, I think today we're going to finish the introduction to building our own shell in Golang. At least whatever codecrafters considers. Right, so the task today is to do something like a path. So you extend the type built in to search for executable path using paths. This one seems a bit, we're gonna have to read through it a bit more. So don't know how much of this I can share and how much I can't because of it being a paid subscription thing. Right. Is having that there the same as not having it? You know? Is that the same thing as not having anything? Possibly. Very possibly. We'll improve that somehow. I do interact with Warp a lot, so it looks weird. I just don't want to be because I'm just like coding on a Mac. You know, the amount of bandwidth I have is limited, and yeah, and if I can basically just moving this quite a lot. Yeah, if I can just still stream, still give content, but not rely on. Oh, I see. See how this looks now. Okay. Yeah, not rely on it crashing. It could be better for you guys. Okay. So let's get a bit deeper into this. Right. Okay, let's finish this. 4:10. We got an hour to finish this. Alexa, turn off the heater. That's when you know we're serious. It did not turn off. Alexa, turn off the heater.
Okay.
Right, cool. Okay, at this stage, we're going to type buildings to search for executable files using path. Path is an environment file that specifies the set directories where executable programs are located. When a command is received, the program should search for the command in the directory of the path. Oh, I see. If the path is found, ooh, okay. The program should print the path. If the command is not found, oh, okay. If I send a series of type commands to your shell, Ah, I see. Oh, this one's cool. Okay. So, the basic usage of this is users going to run the actual, command with something like this. So run the actual shell or CLI, and it's actually shell, I guess. Now that we're getting to this point, it looks more like a shell every time, but they will run it like this. So they will tell the shell that this is the path. It will get auto-loaded, and then if they write something like type ls, we should basically read in the path if ls is visible. And if ls is visible, it's going to say ls is user, user. I think it would be without an e, but like user bin ls, user bin ls. So, and this with subsequent commands, right? So what we would want to do here is we'd probably want to read this. And first of all, we gotta be able to read an environment variable, right? So I guess what we want to do is break this down in steps, right? So like first, read n, read like n vars pass, n vars, and then the second part would be to load n var directory, and then three would be like to list all the executables in that directory. Um, it can also contain multiple directories that can look like this. So we would want to read that, load that, all of them. This is for each one, I guess. For each, right? Like we're looping this. And then we want to read that envar, list all the executables, and then we want to be able to load, probably we want to be able to load them into our cmd directory, something like that, right? Yeah, I think so. I think that would be something like that. So we probably we've got a pass here. But like it even comes from before. Like first of all, this is coming from before, right? So let's get to this point where we could get that. And I think that's with I think I'm gonna have to search that up because I'm not sure. You can get like the args here, I think. Let's just see if we can get them, you know? That's how I would break this down. And we would do something like this. Oh, oh. What? Oh. Is it affecting this one? Okay. Wait. Okay. Why am I debugging this live, man? What? I can't actually see that. Why am I debugging this live, man? What? Can't actually see that. Why does this happen? Let's see. You know why? Because I'm not actually in the directory. Because I'm not actually there. Because I'm not actually in the codecrafter stuff. That would make a lot of sense. That would make so much sense. Interestingly enough, I actually got some args there. Okay, so command actually does matter like that. Okay. So we want to build it. And then we do something like this. Because that way we don't actually care about it. Cool. Okay. So yeah, we can get like that. The first it gets passed as wait, no. That's not an arg then. Okay. Does it get passed in OS like something? Like OS end? Like something like that? Sorry. We would want to do like I don't know what we're trying to test. Okay, it's all of the environment stuff. Okay. Um I'm not sure if it's gonna work like this, but maybe it will. It will. It will. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was actually auto sent. Okay. So you can get stuff like environment variable environment stuff like that. Okay. So we're gonna expect it. We're not really gonna expect it. This is optional. And I think we do something else. I think it's like, yeah, I think we do something else for this one. We would probably want to do something like the way I see it, right? The API I imagine is the way I would see it is something like CMD being built, right? CMD, yeah, like a step, you would add a step for CMD built, and then you may want to add like a shell package, and CMD will receive that, and the shell will have the environment variables. I think that's what we're gonna do. But like shell is like everything though, so shell doesn't seem right. Maybe we shouldn't call it OS because there's already an OS stuff, but like it is something like OS. It does look like that. It does feel like an OS thing. We could have like we don't even have to make it a you know a whole package yet. We could just have like something like this. But we will need something to read stuff. Do we call it like end? If I do like package, and does that work? No, it has to be on a different level, right? You see, yeah, yeah, no, okay. I don't know. I don't think env is a package, like a Golang package. So what we kind of want here is we want something like pass. Uh, we want something like read, and then like read directory. I call this path. Should I call it path? Let's call it path. It's specifically for path right now. Um, but it's probably going to become end at some point. You know, that's probably the case. yeah, we probably want to read this. So we probably want to get like is OS like is there a okay, we'll ask like is there a specific type for OS directories in Golang to inside this oh, okay, there's a read already. Okay. Hmm. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's some fancy magic right there. Okay, that is some fancy magic. Um, okay, so I can see some stuff. We've got like we're gonna get like args. We're gonna get like n vars, which will be like this type, and we probably want to read all does. Right, that's what we're gonna do. Then here we're gonna go read the da. Then you probably want to create like a type. Like an executable type. But we're not going to actually execute them. But we probably do want a response that is similar to command. It's interesting because we're not actually going to. Are we going to run them? I don't think we're going to run them. I don't think we want to run them yet. We could do it in concurrency. That would be very interesting. But we want to do it in type. So we need him to follow the interface name and run. Yeah. But then we've got like, is it a built-in or is it like a external one? So command now become like a so we just need to make sure the path, we need to make something like path commands, right? Um, yeah, which have like they'll have a name, right? They'll have a name. We don't need to import for this. They'll have a name and they'll do some cool stuff. And then I'm ready to get into the cool stuff. I just want to make sure I'm ready for this cool stuff. Let me just look at the live stream because this part is probably going to become a clip of some sort. Be good. I think we might be good. Hey, what's up, Ollie? How you doing? How's the grind? How's the stream? I saw you ordered a new camera. I'm just like doing it on my doing on my iPhone, just connecting it to it. But thank you for tuning in. Just doing some coding, learning some new stuff. Which, yeah. So yeah, so this is going to connect to basically the command part. So we're gonna have path commands, and they'll have a name, and we'll make the run. It has to go with the built-in that we built last stream though. So the type command. Why did it receive an arg? Thank you for tuning in. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just trying to learn some more stuff. And actually, right now, I lost some stuff off Twitch, some credentials there to actually stream like the OAuth stuff. Very weird, very confusing. I just said I'll just go on YouTube, doing some time there. It might just be easier for me at this point. The run command. How do we know that this is a type command? We'll make command also say if it's a built-in. It'll have like a boolean, and yeah, we're just gonna have to do that for everything. So I think we'll do that base commands are built in. So everything that extends from a base command is assumed as a built-in, which is good because that saves us a lot of time. I am not in Colombia right now. I am in London. Don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much I can disclose. But yeah, just because of the streaming format. But yeah, you can shout me on like you can message me on Instagram or something. And then we'll do something like this. How's the new camera, man? New camera coming along. So we're gonna just do we're gonna say it's built in. So basically, we're gonna have to run. We don't need this. What just happened? I think something just happened to the camera. I'm not completely sure, but I think it looks fine right now. Bitrate can be confusing, streaming on a laptop, doing whatever. Yeah, doing whatever. It's possible. How about you? Where are you still in yeah. Where you were before, I guess. I'm trying to just be Oh, I see. Yeah, thanks for the tip. I think the next thing would be camera. I think I've got to be a better lighting. I think it's like just confusing right now. It looks a bit grayish. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the tip. I will try to get there. How did your new camera come along? How did that come? I don't know. How did that go? Would you recommend? Would you recommend? are you getting on streaming? Is that are you gonna start like do you mean are you gonna stream in a bit? Is that what you mean? Wait, how did I make this work? Oh, okay, nice. How did I make this? I'm sorry, needed to concentrate a second. I'm still, and there's also it's probably what's going on. That's what I mean. I need to move on. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah. So sorry, also going quite a lot to the gym, which is all good for your mental and physical. It includes a base command. Um, I'm gonna need like chat like Claude to explain this part to me because I forget. Like uh, does echo inherit from command? Like I will. Oh man, what else been going on? Ooh, I mean that's really good. Uh, this is yeah, yeah. I've been talking to Butterman a bit. Um, yeah, he's definitely also saying the same same attitude on like life's getting on a bit now. You know, I think he on the same wavelength in that sense. So yeah, would you? I think there's a lot of latency here, but it's probably a YouTube thing, or is it a my PC thing? Do you use OBS to stream? Wait, I thought. Okay, wait. I'm gonna ask some more stuff. I thought structs. So in Go, I thought structs did not have functions. Others base command inheritance work here. Streamlabs OBS, right? Okay. Find mine. Right. Okay. Yeah. It's not that bad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Oh, it's embedding. Okay. Then Go structs can be associated functions through methods. These are defined through method receivers. Right. Yeah, a base command which embeds base command. Oh, for free. Right. Oh, okay. It's just expensive here. Everything's crazy. I agree. I agree. So I'm also on the same like wave like right now with my parents and stuff, and yeah, probably in about a year we'll move out, but it's a whole process. So a process requires patience and yeah, it just requires a lot of things. But there's always hope and work ethic, so things will come out. Also, it kind of just calls it that way. Okay. It isn't true inheritance, it's called embedding or composition. Right, the key difference is it contains a full copy of methods are promoted rather than inherited. Can override by defining them directly. Oh, it's called embedding. Oh, okay, I need, like, I think this is a very basic thing about Go, but I don't remember it. You explain a bit more about struct embedding. Okay, so you've got animals. Would you stay here? I think I'll probably stay here for a bit. Um, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna be here for like long term. Recently, not so recent. I've been here for about a bit for like I've just been trying to do some other stuff, some family stuff for some time. So I haven't really restarted to a lot. But basically the short answer is yeah, I'll be here for a bit. I'll be here for like there's no right now, no plans of going back right now. I mean it's just I think I need to be in the UK for a bit more right now. Oh, okay, it's promoted. You can have animal and pet. Embedded structure anonymous fields and methods are promoted to the outside. You can access fields. Name conflicts are it's composition, not inheritance. Oh, okay, it's composition. Composition. Family's good, man. Family's good. Very, very lucky right now. This is the first time I am in London for a Christmas in a long time. For about four or so, 4 or so. So they moved here about 3 years ago, maybe a bit more. 2022, 2 years actually, sorry. 2 years ago, but yeah, so 2 years. Let's say 2 to 3 years if I'm doing bad calculations. So first Christmas with the family in 2 to 3 years because before there was a lot of conflicts with life and work in a different country, vacation, flight ticket, travel costs. Right now I'm here, um, yeah, and just feel good about it. You know, sad side is the weather in London, but to be honest, it's not as bad as I remember it being. There is a bit of like grayish stuff here and there, and some other stuff, like um, rain, but like it's not that bad. It's tolerable. Also, it's not as cold as it used to be around this time. Like where I haven't seen a minus yet on the 15th of December, so it's good. You know, trying to look on the bright side of stuff. Yeah, how about you, man? How's what's Christmas Day? You in the Christmas mood? Any got a Christmas stream planned? Um, how's the family? Yeah. Say whatever you would want to say anyways, the stream. It's probably just us who uh gonna watch this vid right now. I don't think the stream will edit. I just posted a vid. I just started learning like DaVinci Resolve. Um These streams are mainly they're meant to be for me to cut out and make like better content today. I don't think that will be it. Um, until I get a better camera, right? That I just want to get the feel of things, set up maybe a better interface. I don't know exactly how to do the terminal and the thing at the same time. And also I've got the restriction of like I'm streaming from a MacBook, which is it's not as strong as most PCs. But you know, um, yeah. Right, okay, let's go back. So this is composition. Okay, composition. Ah, that's good, man. That's good. Okay, so it will have, yeah, we can make this a base command. No, we won't make this a base command. We'll say it has built in, it has a name, and it has a run, which we're not actually gonna define. Can't write, can't write. I think that's what command needs to have. I'll just say it has all of these. So for full context, now that you've been here enough, what the goal is of what we're doing is so what you see on the bottom right is a shell. It looks weird, I know, but like here I could do things like this. I don't know, like ls, which is the same as it's just like a file directory thing where you can control and see files, run files. So we're just trying to build that from scratch, kind of like that, yeah. Um, and it will also have a directory. I think, yeah. Good times. Not too long ago as well. Decent year. Literally like a year ago, right? Should go karting again. Still into F1. So so I think the season just finished, right? Am I correct? I am a very casual F1 um, fan. So if you could even consider someone a fan if they are casual. But yeah. Command should have. Yeah, Yep, yep. Yeah. Doing any F1 streams? Like any F1 stuff? Or are you still are you sticking to shooters? What's your position on that? And have you played? I think recently I've been going into Marvel Rivals, um, jumping on that, or just like Black Ops and maybe OG Fortnite, which is in its own right good, right? Um, yeah. If I write type, I don't want to make a whole thing here saying type, which I don't want to make a command have to have a type. But we could do it. We could do it. I think it's okay. Um, we'll just say the base command has a type. Yeah, man. That'd be interesting. So, is it? Yeah, it's quite good, the Marvel stuff. So we're gonna make type return this, and it will return the string, and return the base name. So that way it can be some composition here. I could say like if, no, we could just return the type. We can actually just return the type. We don't even need to know if it's a built-in anymore. So each command has a type response. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Ah, okay. Well, the game. Did you ever have you ever played Overwatch? It is very similar to that. It is very similar. Right, it is very similar. Like it is very similar in that sense, right? But to Overwatch. But yeah, it just is basically Overwatch. So I would just say if you like Overwatch, try it. If not, you know, sorry, if you liked it, you're gonna like it. If you liked Overwatch, you're gonna like Marvels because it's better, like in every sense. But if you didn't like it, then that's okay. You know, that's okay. It needs to return something like this. It needs to return something like, okay, what is my, yeah, it needs to return something like shell is, and then the directory. So we probably want to go p name, then p directory. For now, we'll just do this. Path commands that need it. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We'll do that. And then we will. How's this Call of Duty looking? I haven't really tried it. The most I've seen, if I'm completely transparent, is the most I've seen is basically just some tweets initially that they just couldn't jump on with their friends, and there was a lot of bugs and zombies. Specifically, yeah, I think KSI's Instagram story. But other than that, I have not seen a lot of it. I want to get the car. I think we're only expecting one end bar. It would be good to get him named though. Oh right, we already get names. We already get one, okay. Read. We already get one. So it's the it would be fields. Oh, it would be. How hard is dark matter? I grinded it. Yeah, okay. I got the sense it is a very hard one to grind. Oh no, strings are split. How hard are we talking? How many hours? So like far out is an array of path commands, and then wow, okay, that seems like a lot, yeah. String. That seems like a lot of work in to get those, and was it easy? Like, was it easier this time around, or have you ever got it before? I guess probably want to do something like this. OS dot read directory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But, see, there's only one. Oh, this actually will return an array of them as well. Did you stream the whole progress of this? What would happen if there's conflicts? I don't think they care about that. Like, what happens if someone sends one directory and then the same file is in the next directory? I'm not sure. Got a couple clips from it, so it's fine. For the TikTok, fair enough, fair enough. Getting any exposure from TikTok? Like, you see any conversion rate? Right, okay, fair enough. Like, if you started posting on TikTok and saw like some conversion rate from TikTok to YouTube, right? Oh, sorry, Twitch in this case. This directory can return an error as well. So if the error is a nil, whenever it's different to nil, we will return whatever we said we would plus error. And we probably want to go through each file. Yeah, okay. It's pretty cool, man. You could definitely talk about that. You could teach me some of your tricks. The social media grind. So we got a file, directory entry. Okay. Does this have something? Type. Type bits for the entry. The type bits are a subset usual. Those returned by file mode. Dot type. Ooh, okay. Okay. How is it that I get this? Type. How do I know if an OS? Okay. Nah, yeah, fair enough. Like, I agree. I think I'm like I'm already doing this sort of studying stuff. Like I'm always really studying and this sort of thing. But so why not stream? Why not like I'm obviously thing is with AI and stuff, you're like, oh, how much can I automate? But I saw this thing where they were just talking about like how this is it's there's like some art to this, right? So I can't just come and say, okay, I'm gonna stream and then people will eventually come. No, this looks fascinating. No, it's just right now I'm trying to get it, but I think once I get it, it will be much more entertaining to watch. I think watching someone learn is very not cool. I think the concept for these type of streams might be like learn together, where people just kind of go in silent and read stuff, very much like a library session. But the actual explanation of stuff can definitely be more entertaining. So I've got this let me just see. Let me just see. Wait, give me one sec. I think there is a lot of explanation stuff that could be very fascinating outside of like actually seeing someone code when some stuff are actually finished. I have this idea of like a reaction one, which is
Come across
this
some
one.
random.
How like
I love books, old books, older books.
it's this one. I think. Let me just change. Let me just do this. Uh, and I'm not sure how this is gonna look on this scene. I don't think I've done a scene like this. Okay. Fair. Okay. So it's like this guy talking about maximizing. Let me just pause this. Could probably watch it now, to be honest. It's not long. I mean, let's just watch it. Let's just fucking watch it. So it's this guy talking about how like chat like it's a different thing. I don't know how much of ChatGPT.
You might like Katy Perry.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. I'm not sure what just happened. I don't know how I heard that. So I don't know if that got filtered as well. But basically, ChatGPT brings out a new update and sort of, and you kind of get you, especially in code, some people get very offended by the idea of AI replacing jobs and stuff. I don't think that's completely possible, but definitely going to change some of it, some of the things. So you just got to learn. And this guy posted a very interesting thing about something completely outside of code and completely outside of just messaging stuff. It's a new like interface, which is like maximize your reading with ChatGPT's new advanced mode. And if you haven't used it, he's probably going to explain it pretty well. So yeah, let's let's um let's see
I
that.
love books. Old books. Older books.
Wait, is my audio going through? I don't think it is.
Books that are better than the movie. Psychological.
Oh, apparently it is. Wait, it went double that time. I use ChatGPT so much. Okay. Um, cool. So this guy loves books and he uses it. I think, is the audio going through? Just confirm that you just said I love books as well. I'm not sure if it is. All right, you heard it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I love books. Old books. Older books. Books that are better than the movie. Psychological sci-fi. Philosophy books that are so thick they could double as workout equipment. Basically, I love reading, but books are often like difficult to understand. They can be confusing. They make references that you don't get, or they make you curious about things that they don't cover. They pose questions that they don't answer. Books are amazing, but there's actually a lot that they don't do. Recently, I got access to ChatGPT's new advanced voice mode, and I've been using it to read books. And I really think it's going to change a lot about how we learn and how we read. Here's how I use it. So what I do is I sit on the couch like this and I grab a book, good book, and I'll just open up ChatGPT and I'll hit the advanced voice mode button. So then what I do is I just rest it on the couch right behind me like this and I start reading. I'm reading The Birth of Tragedy, and he says, man is no longer an artist. He has become a work of art. The artistic power of the whole of nature reveals itself to the supreme gratification of the primal oneness amidst the paroxysms of intoxication. What does that mean?
Nietzsche is diving into some deep philosophical waters here. In The Birth of Tragedy, when he says man has become a work of art, he's talking about how in moments of ecstasy or deep connection with nature, people lose their individual selves.
So there's a lot of words there. Basically, right, the whole goal is that he's losing he's removing the friction of doing this, right? Like searching um Nietzsche, whatever, like, and then scrolling through a lot of things. Like he made the whole process of reading streamlined. Um, he made it just very simple to basically just get. And yeah, it was very simple in that sense. It could make it very quick, but I don't know what the rest of the video is yet. I think this is very fascinating. I think this could be better, but I think it's already proving a lot of how it provides in value outside of search. Yeah, it's just plain and simple sort of thing. Yeah.
And become part of something greater.
One of the things it's so good for is getting context on historical figures or terms you don't know while you're reading. So for example, I'm currently reading Plato's Protagoras and Meno, good book. And as I'm reading, if I come across something I don't know, I can just ask. I'm reading Protagoras by Plato. Who's Critias?
Critias is a character in several of Plato's dialogues, including Protagoras. He was an Athenian political figure, a philosopher, and a relative of Plato. Known for his role in the oligarchic government of the 30 Tyrants, his reputation is quite controversial.
The same thing goes for science books. For example, I'm also reading The Weirdest People in the World by Joseph Henrich. And often with a book like this, it makes claims that you just want to understand more about. You want to know, like, does it still represent current science? What might we have discovered since it was written? And ChatGPT is actually great for giving context. I'm reading The Weirdest People in the World, and he says that reading changes your brain, specifically that it changes your left ventral occipital temporal region. Is that actually true?
Yes, it's true. Learning to read does
Yes.
change your brain.
Right.
Specifically, the
I
left
think you could
ventral
give
occipital
that
temporal
response.
region, which is involved in visual processing.
But
This area
yeah.
becomes specialized for recognizing words and letters, reflecting how our brains adapt to new skills and experiences.
But it's not only good for terms or historical context or scientific facts. It's also good to help prepare the way for what you're about to read. For example, I'm reading Martha Nussbaum's The Fragility of Goodness. Good book.
Right, I've never read any of these books, but I will tell you that I do read. The books I read are literally being used as a mobile stand right now. But I could get any of them. But basically, a great thing would be if you're reading a fantasy or whatever, a easy book, a sports book or whatever, any book. A lot of books require context, and if you go and do something else and then come like a week later to come back and read the book, you probably forgot about some of the context. You can tell me, like, remind me what I just read. And I think this is pretty
And
cool. I
it's
think this is a very cool and interesting way of seeing something related to AI and code just interact with your day-to-day stuff. And then I think AI is a very entertaining thing because everyone is using it. And I could go very deep on it as I learn more about it, and I could also be a user and give like just thoughts about what is being used here. So I think this is a very good use case. I think a better use case would be when he doesn't have to ask for context. If somehow there was a product where it was somehow tracking where you are reading, or if it interacted with both camera and voice. So say you had the camera vertically and it could see what page you're on and track it that way, then it would be very simple to just say, what does this mean? And point to it, like having a librarian next to you all the time. But
it's actually a really complex philosophical argument. And sometimes when I'm starting a book or starting a chapter, it can be really helpful to have ChatGPT explain to me what I'm about to read so I can process it better. I'm about to start Martha Nussbaum's Fragility of Goodness. I'm on chapter 1, Luck and Ethics. Can you help me prepare for what I'm about to read? Like summarize the argument she's going to make.
yeah.
Certainly. In Chapter 1, Nussbaum discusses the role of luck in human life, drawing from ancient Greek literature and philosophy. She explores how external factors beyond our control can significantly impact our ethical lives and our pursuit of the good. Nussbaum examines how Greek tragedies and philosophers, particularly Sophocles and Plato, grapple with this tension between human vulnerability and the pursuit of ethical understanding.
I also think it's great not just for summarizing what you're about to read, but also for presenting opposing viewpoints. I'm currently reading The Trial of Socrates by I.F. Stone, good book, where Stone argues that the Athenians were sort of right to put Socrates to death. And it's one of those books where you find yourself nodding along, but then you're like, wait, is this really right? I'm reading The Trial of Socrates by I.F. Stone. Can you lay out his argument concisely and then tell me some actual things he missed?
In The Trial of Socrates, I.F. Stone argues that Socrates was not just a noble martyr for free speech, but also a subversive figure whose actions and teachings threatened Athenian democracy. Stone suggests that Socrates' trial was not merely about his philosophical views, but also about his perceived antagonism toward the democratic values and institutions of Athens. Stone portrays Socrates as a complex figure who, despite his contributions, was viewed as a political threat. Critics argue that Stone downplays the philosophical dimensions of Socrates' trial and the broader historical context of Athenian politics. Some suggest that Stone's interpretation may overemphasize Socrates' anti-democratic stance, potentially neglecting the philosophical nuances of his defense and the complexity of his relationship with Athenian society.
In using ChatGPT like this, I started to realize how many things I wonder about or how many questions I have as I read that I don't follow up on because it's like too taxing. It just takes too much time.
That was my mum's doing an Alexa announcement. If this ever gets edited, I will edit that out. But yeah.
And using ChatGPT like this in voice mode, you have this like 24/7 companion with you that lowers the bar for asking questions because it's always there to answer. I ask so many questions that I feel a little bit like a kid. And I feel like I get way more out of what I read. Now, obviously, there are limitations to this. ChatGPT doesn't have direct access to the books I'm reading, so it may not know exactly what I'm talking about, and you have to be careful of hallucinations. But I really think a lot of those issues will be resolved or improved over the next couple months, and it'll be a powerful and important tool for anyone to use as you're trying to learn things. Okay, but why is the sky blue?
The sky appears blue because of a phenomenon called Rayleigh scattering. When sunlight enters the atmosphere, it's scattered in all directions by molecules and tiny particles in the air.
What about aliens? Do aliens exist?
Right, yeah. The end of it, but I thought that like something like this where you go through a product actually makes sense. How it's different. Yeah. This is the interface of what we're actually trying to do. Build your own shell. Where at this point, the whole thing about these streams will also be going through them all. There's a bit left. We're on this one. We'll go through it. It is getting okay. Let's go back to that. It's a bit of a moment. I think I'm quite close to finishing this one. So yeah. Back to Lo-Fi, I guess. Hmm. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, what's your like what do you use it for? What do you use ChatGPT for? Just like yeah. Um very good question. It's a very good question. How much is um yeah, it's a really good question. Not sure either, to be honest. We'll, we will see. We will see, basically. Okay, so um, what do you think it would be like? Do it like this. Video ideas is good, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. What? It's in bits, right? U in 42. Yeah, it's a it's an interesting one. I think I've seen enough about like yeah, interesting cases about like the Industrial Revolution where there were a lot of jobs anyways before, right? And now those do not exist, but it doesn't mean those people didn't have jobs. You just have to adapt, you know? Um, yeah. I just want to ask this part to the chat bot because I think I understand this, but like, I just want to make sure I understand it properly. So files normally have read, write, and something permissions. Is explain this. So when you open up like Call of Duty or whatever, that thing where you downloaded that has the permission to actually to be executed by you, and those are called read, write, execute permissions. And the first one is the owner permission to execute. The second one is the group to execute. Third is execute permissions. So we're just saying that we should have, yeah, this is just like, it talks about binary and stuff, but like basically it goes deeper to what is stored in a file. A file also has permissions, and then this AND operator is saying that the current file I am trying to do, yeah, has one of these permissions, whatever it is. And the way ANDs work is the way they logically work as well in your brain, but with bit by bit. So a 0 and a 0, like it goes positionally, so I think it makes more sense to look at it like this. So first and first one, the first and first one makes 0. This also makes 0. So like if something is true and the other thing is not true, it means that generally something was not true, right? So like if I say this person, like basically I'm saying that these two have and for an and to be true, two things have to be true, right? Like I'm saying Manchester City is the best team in the world and Tottenham is the best team in the world. Doesn't really make sense. Like they both have to be true for that statement to be true. Whereas if I say, I don't know, like a goal scorer and his team is the correct thing, that would make it true. So it's kind of just it's doing some fancy bit work there, and that's why that's what this operand is doing, this and thing. And yeah, uh, I yeah, I would say that's what it does. In Octal, it represents execute permissions for user group and others. I actually have ones out. What does the first 0 represent in 0, 1, 1? Because we basically want to make sure at least one of these three have execute permissions, user group or others, but the leading 0. Oh, okay, it's Octal. Oh. Oh, I actually didn't know that. That's just Golang specific. Wow. It means base 8. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. It's interesting. They're doing better than yeah. I'm not gonna get into football in this stream. I mean I could, it doesn't really matter. But like today was a tough watch. Yeah, I think that's all I will say about it. You could give your opinions and I will either just say yes or no. Don't think I have the yeah, I don't think I'll have the whole thing, the energy to go to talk about it. Oh, yeah. Probably would be something like this. I think of this, if I'm completely honest, this is on track and everything. I don't support like any team right now other than Hull City, right? Uh, and that's probably more painful than anything right now, I think, yeah. If if you've seen it, then you know why it's more painful. Yeah, it's been a hard watch, man. Um, it hopefully, yes. Yeah, yeah, championship is a harder one to watch. So it's like inconsistent where they put it. Um, but yeah, it's definitely been my water stunned. Okay. Yeah, it's been a hard one. I think the previous manager just should have not been there as long as he was. But yeah, then I have to basically new commands will receive so inherited commands. Oh, what? Hmm. Wait, you've got to be able to know the. Oh no. Who do you think is going to win this season? The Prem. Um, brings to. I think we'll just accept it. Lowercase. Doesn't make sense. Maybe it does. Maybe I just do this. I think it might make sense. I'm not sure. Yeah. Hmm. Liverpool. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna have to stop this right here because I actually have to finish this. I actually have to get a good night's sleep. Um, okay, so the plan is, if Diego watches this tomorrow, the plan is to build something where you build like you you create commands and then you send the inherited ones, then you send the path ones in as a parameter. Um, and then run just has all the commands built. Something like that. Something like that would be the let, and then it would just work. And then yeah. I mean, my end goal of coding is just I like it. I mean, it is what I do in terms of like a job. So getting better at what I do, I guess, as well as creating content. I think a lot of people. I think there is somewhere out there where it makes sense to do this. I think there is a niche for it. Yes, it's not like as big as gaming and things like this, but I think uh, it's definitely picking up. So a lot of people are becoming more and more curious about what is going on. So yeah, I would say that's my end goal. I think educate and educate myself, but it also pays the bills, so do that as long as I can do it for. If it stops, I might still do it because I like it, but I'll definitely have to learn something else. Um, thanks all you. You basically wait for the whole stream, and I will just go to sleep now. Thanks, and yeah, we'll be in touch. Um, bye bye, guys. Future watchers probably, maybe.